This is Bishop reporting a PC game review for Modern Warfare 2. That's lame. What's up guys, it's Bishop here bringing you a PC game review of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. It's going to be quick, it's going to be simple. I'm not going to show you any gameplay. If you want that, go to other videos I suggest. This is going to be more of an informative game review for the PC version. It's powered by Valve and Steam. As many of you know, Steam is a program. You can have friends lists. There's also a web browser in it. It's pretty sweet. You can download games on it. It's awesome. When you install Call of Duty, you run from Steam every time. So here it is, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. You got the main screen. There's 3 different things you can choose from. You can choose campaign, single player. It's a great single player. Haven't beat it all the way though, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Graphics of the game are amazing. Graphics are smooth. The lighting's incredible. A big step up from every Call of Duty previously made. The graphics are amazing. If you want to get the game because of graphics, I suggest that would be a good idea because the graphics are unreal. They are sick. And basically, the campaign, the single player is very short though. I've heard people beat it in like 4 hours. They're very short missions. There's actually a warning at the beginning of the game that says, hey, if you don't want to see some of this content, you know, of terrorism in airports and stuff like that, you know, let us know. You can skip those missions. So it is pretty graphical. It is pretty gruesome, which is awesome. But because it makes it more realistic, they don't baby it down at all. But the single player is very cool. The storyline's a little shaky though, as far as following from mission to mission. But it seems like a great single player thus far. But I have heard bad reviews about it being too short. But it's okay. Single player, awesome. Special ops, the other thing. What you can do, it's more of a co-op gameplay. You can invite a friend, you go through different co-op missions. Some are taken from the single player, others are not. And it's really cool. Like my brother and I played one. We had to defend this area as waves of infantry came in, as tanks came in. It was really, really cool. And we will be playing more of that. I've heard on patches they'll release more special ops missions, so that's something that will continue to grow. It doesn't stop with what you have there. There's very many missions, I think like 24, 25, and it's very cool. Very cool. Gets you more familiar with the game and everything like that. Then you have, of course, a multiplayer. As my brother made a thing about the no dedicated servers and how we were very worried about that ruining the multiplayer for this game. It does not. I say it does not. This game is amazing. I suggest you get it. Like I said, the graphics top-notch, lighting top-notch, the sounds are amazing. Everything in this game is amazing. Take every Call of Duty made thus far and go higher because this game is sick. And basically, multiplayer, there is no dedicated servers, but there are many more game types. There's so many unlocks. There's so many perks and kill streaks you can switch, turn on. There's so much involved into this game that as I've been playing it, I've forgotten about the no dedicated servers things because I'm always connecting to a server. There's been once or twice that the host of the server has left and it finds the best host, basically best ping for a host, so then it connects to them. So during that 10 seconds it kind of is a little frustrating, but it gets you right back into the game. It doesn't like start you over, so to say. By the way, I forgot to mention this on single player. They've taken out that you have to cross that invisible line, you know, where enemies AI just keep repopulating. No, that's not it at all. If you kill the AI, they're no longer there. There's no line you have to cross. But the AI and your friendlies are very intelligent in this game, which makes the game very awesome to play in a more realistic approach when it comes to the single player aspect. Now let's hop back into multiplayer. Like I said, the dedicated server things, it's not as bad as, you know, we once thought. There is no lag unless you do connect to maybe someone in Australia hosting the server. If you're from the United States, that's happened the first night my brother and I got the game, but that's because they had the game before us. Now too many people in the United States went out for a midnight release to get it. Since then, have had no problems at all. Multiplayer, it's smooth, it's crisp, it's amazing. I thought, you know what, only having servers up to like 18, 20 people, I thought, ah man, that's going to be terrible. I like my 32, I like my 64 servers just to go in and completely own, but no. When you go into servers, usually with that amount of people, you often get killed at spawn with nades, or there's spawn killers even. I have not been spawn killed once yet playing this game. I've not got killed at spawn with a nade. Nades, they dim down the range of them. Very, very hard to throw long distances, which makes it more realistic. But like I said, the unlocks, the kill streaks, there's so much into this game that makes it sick. And I definitely think that you guys should get it. There's private match servers. You can get in a private match. There's this whole buddy system. If you're from the console, you're very familiar with this, whereas a PC, we're not. You have this little party. You invite people to your party, then you guys can join a server. Cool thing about that, whoever's in your party and you join a server, then they're on your team automatically in that server, so you don't have to worry about auto-balancing and getting on different teams. The weapons are sick! It's unreal. The multiplayer maps are sick! It's unreal. You definitely need to get this game. This game is the future of game. It is the game of the decade, and it stands by that that phrase, that logo, game of the decade. GamePro calls it amazing. New York Times calls it fantastic. Bishop calls it sick! And I definitely think that you should get this game, no matter what you may have heard of it. They've offered more game types, demolition game type. There's a third-person view TDM that you can go into now. Third-person cage match, which it's more of like a one-on-one. I've played some of those. It's really cool. Reminds me of a game kind of like Counter-Strike or something like that, where you're like looking at a third-person perspective. If you turn that on, or Metal Gear Solid. I'm sorry, not Counter-Strike. Metal Gear Solid. That's what my friend TC compared it to. He made a great comparison, but it's really fun. The graphics are sick! And I definitely think that you need to get this game. There's also the only thing I don't agree with about this game is that there's only like hardcore in like S&D and TDM, like only those game types. I don't think you can get hardcore in CTF. I'm not too sure, but I don't think so. So that kind of stinks because I like hardcore, because hardcore is sick. And so basically, guys, get this game. It's a great game. My Steam name is on the side description. It's BL580P. Play with me. I'm up for playing with anyone. The game, Steam, sick! And so basically, to end this out, if you guys are familiar with previous Call of Duties, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the original, for example, Call of Duty 4, let's say you get a kill streak of 7, but you're owning so many people, you don't have time to call in UAV, you don't have time to call in the artillery, and by the time you get to the helicopter, you know, that's all you have. You've missed out on the UAV and the arty. No, not in this case. With the kill streaks, you never miss out. For example, if you're running a flank and you're just owning people left and right, like left and right, just owning people, throwing grenades, whipping out pistols, and you don't have time to hit the key 4 to call in the UAV, or you don't have time to call in an airdrop, it's okay. Because when you die, or if, let's say you get to, like, kill 10 straight people, you get to an area, okay, this isn't okay, you call them all in at one time if you want. You can spread them out if you want. It doesn't rush you to call in anything. I think I'm going to have a heart attack. That's all I have for the review. The game, sick! Sick!